Good morning. It's Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. My name is Melissa Houston. I'm a health insurance specialist in Victoria, BC, and I love Halloween.
Oh, fantastic. And good morning. My name is Marnie Dangerfield, and I'm a wellness coach and advocate living here in Victoria, BC as well. And I love fall leaves. So I'm really enjoying seeing this image this morning.
Yes, my special image today is autumn morning ambience. It's not a live video like they usually are, but I thought it was very pretty and got some lovely morning vibes happening. It's available on YouTube by a poster called Autumn Cozy. In case you ever want to check out Autumn Cozy's other videos.
Very neat. Well, yeah, I just keep staring at it. Okay, oh yes, agenda. So just to give you a quick overview of how this call is going to work, we're going to go over our value, start with our value statement as always, and then we're going to take turns sharing our inspiration. And if you have something inspiring this morning, we encourage you to share in the chat. And then I'll share a wellness tip. We'll share contact information, and then we'll finish up with a wonderful motivational quote from Melissa.
And I just typed a little message into the group chat in case anyone isn't familiar with the Zoom functionality, just to make it a little easier for you to find. So yeah, please chat with us on the group chat. We would love to hear anything that's going on with you today. And for our value statement, today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion,
and to enjoy this gift of life.
Yeah.
Woo! Do this.
Yeah. So Marnie, would you like to start us off with what is inspiring or motivating you this morning?
Certainly. And this one sort of made me chuckle, but I'm going with it because it's what came up for me. And it was basically a bit of a shift in perception yesterday. I saw a post, and it's new month, which is always inspiring. So there was a start with that, like, oh, we got a new month. There's 3 more months to the year, and so getting inspired by that, and then saw a post that like, and the rest of the decade. I was like, and I know we're going into 2020, but I hadn't in my own mind. Everyone else probably has, but I didn't in my own mind realize it's the end of a decade. And so for whatever, it's like this, even though I had a spark going, it's like the spark has been like boosted. I just feel this extra motivation and inspiration to, like, of course, finish off the year really well, but it's like, and this decade. And so it's not just what I'm doing and creating, which of course is important, but it's also that awareness of how am I being to finish off this year and this decade? Like, am I being present? Am I being aware? Am I being kind? So just all of that, just having that little shift, I don't know, it's really lit me up, and I'm really feeling inspired and motivated by that.
I haven't thought of that. Thank you. Oh, that's something to sit with and contemplate. Wow, we're finishing the decade. Oh my goodness. How did that not dawn on me before?
That's what I thought. Okay, Amy says the same thing. Thank you, Amy. And I was like, I thought I was the only one, but I saw this post and was like, boom.
Well, you're going to be ahead of the curve, Marnie, because this will start to come up the closer we actually get to the end of the year. I'm sure others will start to dawn on them as well. But wow, what a great realization and an opportunity to also not just to look at the future, but also to see how far you've come in, say, the past decade is a long time. It's what a great chance for reflection and motivation for the future. Wow.
Exactly. While being present. So yes, and I should credit, it was to Mianne Mullen's post that I saw yesterday that had it click for me today. So
awesome. Ooh. Thank Thank you, Marnie. All right. Well, mine is a little different for today. It's actually another tool. I've had a couple tools lately. Um, Last week, I was inspired by a gentleman named Dave Asprey, and that was based on an interview I had listened about him. And so this past week, I took the opportunity to try his bulletproof coffee for the first time. And anyone who has followed my personal Facebook page saw the results of that. I couldn't believe how I felt. Probably within 15 minutes of drinking it for the first time, it just it was like a sense of a brain elation. Um, it was brain energy. Really, um, there's an element of a mood boost. The effects are a little less dramatic now that I've been doing it for a few days in a row, but I'm actually finding I'm able to wake up more energized and alert even before I have the coffee. So I feel like it's having lasting effects from day to day. Um, and for anyone who is not familiar with what bulletproof coffee is, you can find the recipe online. There's a few different variations, but essentially you have coffee, and then you add MCT oil, which is a liquid coconut extract, and then you also use ghee or cultured grass-fed butter. And I've also included some collagen. So this is almost starting to get into the wellness category as opposed to the inspiration motivation. But just because there's so many healthy benefits to these things, and I won't get into the details of that. But I'm coming more from a motivation, energy perspective of starting my day, and it has been wonderful. Just to have that kind of mental alertness and energy, and it's not like just having a whole bunch of coffee where you're just kind of got that energy and you're almost jittery, and it's not like that. That's almost more like a body energy. This is more I feel like I'm really able to focus and have that little bit of mood boost too. Like I really feel like I can just get up and take on the day, and I'm like, man, the things you don't know until you find these things. So I would recommend trying it if you feel like because I don't think it's going to hurt you. Like I said, there's lots of healthy benefits to these foods, and yeah, it's been a wonderful experience so far for me.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, no, I look forward to finding out more about that from you because I don't know much
Well,
about
I
that, but
should
it
have
sounds
you over,
lovely.
Marnie, and I can just make you some.
Okay.
So you don't have to go out of your way to buy all the ingredients to try it for the first time. You should just go over and have
Oh, lucky me. Just invite myself over for coffee. Bulletproof coffee, homemade. Well, that's
And we've just
neat.
had a few other people join us, so I just want to shout out a welcome to Emma and Leanne and Rose. Welcome.
Welcome. Good morning.
You're on time to still hear Marnie's wellness tip for today.
And feel free, like Amy's done, to comment in the chat if you have anything you want to share this morning. We always love to hear from people, so feel free to do that too. Yeah, but okay. Bulletproof coffee. Sounds good,
Yeah.
Melissa. Thank you. So my wellness tip this week, it relates to self-awareness.
Mm.
And yeah, because so much comes from being aware of ourselves and where we're at. And, some people think, oh, that's self-absorption. And it's like, no, not self-absorption, self-awareness. Because if we don't know where we're at, we don't know what we may want to change or can change. So I know I've mentioned before about journaling gratitude and such, but recommendation today is either having some pauses in your day where you're checking in with yourself, or I know for myself, having a little bit of a journal practice in the morning where sometimes I ask a particular question or I just free write. It's just a way to connect with myself because, throughout the day, things can get really busy. There's all sorts of distractions. There's our phone, there's Facebook, there's all these things that get our attention outward. But so just the power of reconnecting to ourselves and where we're at. So on that theme, I thought I'd offer up a gentle inquiry for this week, and with the next calls we'll offer something else out. But the first tip would be to encourage you to create some space in your day for self-reflection. always with kind curiosity, and releasing any shame, blame, or judgment. There's no anywhere right way or wrong way to do this or where you should be in your life, but it's like where you are is just right. And as you choose to go forward, that's what matters. So the inquiry this week would be to check in with yourself. You can journal on this after, or think on this is like asking yourself what lights you up, what brings you joy and energy.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for this is, and just write what comes out, or don't edit, don't judge, just see what comes up. Because sometimes we think we're doing these things, but just have a take a few deep breaths and just ask yourself what lights you up. Check in, what brings you energy and joy, and then you can read what you wrote, and then continue the inquiry if you're so called to go like, am I creating space for this in my day, in my week, in my months? Like, is this something I love doing that lights me up and brings me energy, but I'm pushing aside?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you creating the space? And fabulous. Both ways are good. If you're creating the space, wonderful, keep it up. And if you're not, that's great too, because you've had the awareness that you're not. And so now as you move forward, you can look at ways that you can create that space in your day for what lights you up and what brings you joy and energy. So that's my wellness tip for this week. So yeah, creating space in your day to check in with yourself and see what's going on.
Oh, that's such a great realization. Thank you, Marnie. I will try to do that. Yeah, it is very easy to just keep our focus on the external. It's so valuable to check in with ourselves internally. But I love the inquiry. I think that's a great thing to make sure we're keeping top of mind, and to have that awareness of if we're making space in our lives for what lights us up, or maybe motivate us to make some more space if we aren't making much at the moment.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Our life is happening now.
yes.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Wonderful. Um, all right. So I am going to have our, oops, sorry. There we are.
While
There
Melissa's
we go.
doing that, does anybody already journal a bit for themselves? Or I'm just curious. And you don't
Yeah.
have to share. If you're comfortable sharing, feel free. Sorry, Melissa.
Oh, no, that's okay. Um, I'm just typing, sorry. Someone had sent me a private message. On the screen, we have our contact information. So if you have any suggestions for ways that we can improve the webcast that would make it more valuable and enjoyable for you, we would love to know it. Or if there's certain things that you really enjoy and want to make sure that we keep doing, please let us know. Our email is motivation.mornings@gmail.com. And then on our Facebook page, that's probably where you found our link for today's Zoom call. We will post the recordings of all of these webcasts on there via YouTube so that you can share it. Say you've really enjoyed today's and you have a friend that you think might benefit from something that we chatted with today, or that they might really enjoy it, then you can just share the post on Facebook with them. Makes it really easy. And then we do some fun stuff on Instagram. I'm going to try to get a few more posts on there more regularly. And that's motivation_mornings_with_MM. And our YouTube, as I mentioned, that's where our recordings are going to be posted. But I know that's a really long, complicated address. So you can either take a screenshot or just simply find us through the Facebook page, or you can shoot us an email and I can send you that link. We have lots of ways of making that work. But we would love to have any feedback from you.
Yes. So, and just want to to acknowledge everybody who showed up here live this morning. Thank you so much. And for those listening to the replay, thanks for checking us out. And yeah, hope you enjoy thinking of finishing up the year and the decade.
Well, we still got a few months, Marnie.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it's good to have that awareness so that, I try to do like
don't want to find out on the December 31st.
Sorry, I am just using the group chat. And we have a motivational quote to end off for the day. I'll see how everyone likes it. There we go. It's a Brene Brown quote, who I have not actually done a deep dive on yet, but I've been meaning to because she seems like a wonderful resource for just internal awareness and well-being. So today's quote is, "Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change." Which I think is so valuable to keep in mind because we can be really scared and uncertain about being vulnerable in front of others. But there's so many good things that can come of being brave and courageous and sharing ourselves authentically and vulnerability. So that's why I picked that quote today.
I just love it. Thank you. Huge fan of Brene Brown, so I highly recommend deep diving. But that is a fabulous quote. Yes. Oh, thank you for that, Melissa.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, so I think we're coming to a close for today, but thank you so much for everyone who has joined us. It's great to see some friendly faces, so to speak, through via the group chat. And yeah, we hope you can join us next Wednesday morning as well for our next webcast. But in the meantime, hope you have a wonderful day and that you are feeling motivated and inspired to do whatever it is that makes you happy and fulfilled.
Yes. Woohoo. Hope you have a great day, everybody.
Have a wonderful day.